Hello, welcome to this edition of Inside Football at International World. The international break is over and we are back to club football. And Bayern Munich just showed us what we've been missing after they thrashed Bayer Leverkusen 4-0. Well, they were on a 4-game winless streak, drawing 3 straight games and losing 1. Now they are back to winning ways. They won that game 4-0. And guess who got back to scoring sheets? Sadio Mane. He got a goal in that game. But we are moving straight to the French League on, where PSG will welcome OGC Nice. I think that's supposed to be a big game, supposed to be a key game, a derby for the manager Christophe Gatler, but with the form of Kylian Mbappe, Lionel Messi and Neymar, it will be difficult to see anything other than a win for PSG. In the Spanish La Liga, Real Madrid will welcome Osasuna with Karim Benzema back. I think that should be a straight win for the Blancos. Barcelona, on the other hand, going away to Mallorca. I think they should do enough to pick up 3 points in that game. The biggest game in Spain has to be Sevilla versus Atlético Madrid. And with the form of the Atlético Madrid guys, well, it won't be out of place to think Sevilla will get a point of 3 in this game. Moving to the Italian Serie A, the biggest game has to be the Jose Mourinho derby, where AS Roma will be going away to take on Inter Milan. Inter are still without Romelu Lukaku. Roma will hope to have Zaniolo for this game, but we still expect Dybala, same thing for Tammy Abraham, to step up in terms of goal scorer. For Inter Milan, Lautaro Martinez and Edin Dzeko should do enough to help them. I think this will be a good game, maybe a narrow win for Inter Milan. But the biggest games that are coming from this weekend has to be the English Premier League, where there's a London derby between Crystal Palace and Chelsea, but that's not the biggest game in London. It's in the north, where Arsenal will welcome Tottenham Hotspur to the Emirates Stadium. In recent years, between these two sides, the home team always win. And with Arsenal's form top of the Premier League table, well, it won't be out of place to think the Gunners will pick up 3 points in this game. Tottenham Hotspur maybe not convincing with their performance, but they've been doing the needful, scoring goals. Against Leicester City, Son Heung-min, who has had a dry spell, got a hat-trick in that game. Will Arsenal's defense of Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes, will they be strong enough to hold Hurricane, Son Heung-min, Kulusevski, and even Richarlison? That game by this weekend, we will know if that will be possible. I still think the Gunners will do now. Maybe a score draw between these two sides, but if the team is picking up 3 points, I think I'll tilt towards the Gunners. But the biggest game in Europe this weekend has to be the Manchester derby between Manchester City and Manchester United at the Etihad Stadium. Well, you could call it Eric Ten Hag going away to take on Pep Guardiola. I would love to see who will stop Erling Braut Haaland in the United's defense. Will it be Lisandro Martinez or Varane? I think Varane will probably team up with Martinez. But if City can do enough to keep the fullbacks of Man United busy, I think it could pave way for Haaland to do well in this game. I expect or suspect Eric Ten Hag should start Casemiro in this game. I'm against playing 2 DMs for a team like United. But against City, I think they have to go with 2. Scott McTominay and Casemiro holding the midfield for United. If it goes with 1, there could be trouble. If he doesn't start Casemiro, there could be problem. Ronaldo has a poor record against the Citizens. Will he start him in this game or decide to go for the Premier League Player of the Month of September in Marcus Rashford? That game this weekend, we'll find out. But on paper, overall, I think City will still do enough, maybe a little bit over United. I think they'll pick up 3 points. Probably manager's decision, because the decisions the manager make in this game would have a long way of determining who will win this match. So on paper, off paper, on the field, off the field, I think the Citizens will do enough to pick all 3 points. So for PSG at home to Nice, I think PSG will win that game. I believe Inter Milan will maybe narrowly edge AS Roma in Spain. I think Sevilla could also do the same thing. But the North London derby, maybe a score draw or a win for the Gunners. And for the Manchester derby, I think I'll give all 3 points to Pep Guardiola Citizens. So that's our show for today. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, I beg, please subscribe. Till we come here another time. Have a beautiful weekend. Bye.